Hello, welcome to Project T211. We will now proceed with the Safety Induction Course (SIC). Kindly pay attention to the slides presentation. Thank you.
A short introduction about the trainer's profile.
Why do we need to have the safety induction? There has been too many incidents and accidents happening in Singapore resulting into injuries and even fatalities. The safety induction serves as a reminder to us to comply with safety rules and regulations. Before we start without work activities, we have to identify potential danger or hazard in the construction site, to prevent incident or accident resulting to any injury or death to all contractors, to prevent property damages, plant, machinery, building etc., and above all, we need to provide a good safety culture. We shall now take a look on the statistic reports for workplace injuries in Singapore from 2016 to 2019. There has been a total of 52,101 workplace accidents recorded in the past 4 years. The number of fatalities are also rather alarming, a total of 188 cases. The number of occupational diseases are as high, namely dengue fever, food poisoning, noise-induced deafness and among others. As of 31 August 2020, there has been 16 stop work orders issued by the Ministry of Manpower, MOM. Let's take a look on the dengue cases in Singapore. As of 12 October 2020, there has been more than 31,400 cases recorded and accounting to more than 20 deaths. The cause of the fast increasing spread of the dengue cases mainly due to poor housekeeping and prolonged stagnant water in various parts of Singapore. It is our responsibilities to ensure no stagnant water within the project site. As of 14 October 2020, there has been 25 stop work orders issued by the National Environmental Agency, NEA, for failing to ensure complying in the fight against the dengue fever and outbreak. All Work Pass holders to ensure to log on to the SG Work Pass apps to check on their status before leaving the dormitory to work. Only green status are allowed to resume work activities. On top of that, Work Pass holders, expiry of at least 3 months validity, are allowed to work on site. Security and site access. All persons entering or leaving the site must be accounted for. All materials, tools and equipment brought in or out of site must be accounted for. Avoid going to the public areas unnecessarily. Next, we will now touch on the 5 fingers techniques, FFT. First, job. Second, hazard. Third, injury. Fourth, solution. And, fifth, safe work. Let's take a look on an example of the 5 fingers techniques. A good example, a lifting job. First, be sure of your work activity and task given. Next, be mindful of the hazards and dangers involved. Thirdly, visualize the kind of injuries which may happen. Take a look at your safe work procedures. Physically check all your equipment are safe to be used.
Once you have done with your checks, you may proceed with your work safely.
The next topic will be the 5 safety, health and environment requirements. 1. Barricade and demarcation of your work area. Work area to be barricaded with rigid barricade or netting and demarcation around machinery operating zone. 2. Machinery access. All machinery access must be compacted and firm, steel plates to be provided. 3. Human access. There must be a safe walkway maintained. 4. Ownership board. A board containing the name and contact number of person in charge to be displayed at the work or storage areas. 5. Housekeeping. All materials to be kept neatly and strictly within the designated storage areas. These are examples of good practices for the 5 SHE requirements on site. Next, will be the risk assessment. There are in total 5 hierarchy controls in the risk assessment. 1. Elimination. Eliminated the risk, hazards and danger at source. 2. Substitution. Other safe alternatives methods of performing the activity safely. 3. Engineering controls. Additional preventive measures to further minimize any hazards or dangers. 4. Administrative controls. Administrative control are documentations like the permit to work or PTW, toolbox meetings, risk assessments briefings, training records, etc. Lastly, personal protective equipment or PPE. All work activities are required to put on the PPE at all times. Safe Work Procedures (SWP). Safe work procedures are generally written outlining how to perform a task with minimum risk to people, equipment, materials, environment, and processes. Safe job procedures are a series of specific steps that guide a worker through a task from start to finish. Let's take a look at the buddy system. At least 2 persons working together. Never work alone. In the buddy system, an inexperienced worker and an experienced worker can be paired up as working buddies. Or, 2 experienced workers can be paired up. 2 inexperienced workers should never be paired up as working buddies. Your contribution to safety and health. You are encouraged to report to the safety department for any unsafe conditions or acts on site. Always communicate with each other. In-house safety rules and regulations. For the road safety, observe all traffic rules, no jaywalking, use proper pedestrian walkways and junctions, barricades or traffic controllers to be provided to divert the traffic or during loading and unloading along the public road, hazard lights to be switched on when required to stop by the side of the road, never walk on a busy road.
Do not use a mobile phone or carry any heavy materials when crossing the road.
Toolbox meeting to be conducted daily before any work activities. Job safety instructions to be conducted for specific tasks. Job safety instructions can be used for ad hoc tasks not captured in the risk assessment. Put on your PPE for all work activities on site. Drink a lots of water to prevent dehydration. Ear protection should be used when working in noisy area to prevent hearing damage. Proper mask to be worn when working at dusty area. If you are not feeling well, seek medical consultation. Do not work if you are sick or consuming medicine that cause drowsiness. Seek shelter with lightning arrestor or in the vehicle during inclement weather. Do not use recycle bottles. Do not produce fake documents. Example, BCSS certificates. Do not remove any barricades. Please use proper access and do not take shortcuts. Strictly do not enter any unauthorized area or places. Never play practical jokes, horseplay and distract others while working. Fire safety and hot works. Adequate fire extinguisher to be provided at the hot work area. Ensure a fire watchman to be provided for the hot work. Hot work area must be freed from combustible, flammable material. Use soap water to check for leaks on gas hoses and connections. Safety signages. Adequate and proper safety signs to be displayed at and around the work area. Fall prevention. Any openings on the ground, before leaving, ensure you have provided the hard barricade with warning signs in place to prevent anyone from falling. While working at height, ensure you have put on the body harness and secure yourself to the lifeline or anchorage point. Mechanical safety. It is also part of the engineering controls. All moving machine parts and rotating parts are to be fully guarded to prevent any unnecessary injuries. Use of machineries. Only trained and competent personnel allowed to operate machineries. Update checklist daily. No machinery or electrical equipment to be used on site without valid LEW sticker. Electrical requirement on site. All electrical appliances should not be modified or altered. Only use approved industrial electrical socket or plug. All electrical cables should not be more than 3 meters. No cables should be placed directly on the floor surface. Only use approved type sockets and extension cables. Cables are to be fully insulated and not damaged or exposed. Lifting operation safety. Only the following persons are allowed during the lifting operation: operator, lifting supervisor, rigger and signalman. Rigger and signalman must be two separate persons. Not the same person doing two persons' tasks. Close supervision of lifting supervisor at all times. All LM, LG and LA are to be of not more than 6 months of expiry validity. All activities to apply PTW before commencing the work activities. Not applying the PTW is a serious non-compliance and may lead to stoppages of works. Poor discipline. No drinking allowed on site. Anyone caught will be banned. Do not fight on site. Offenders will be dismissed immediately from site. Unlawful activities. Rioting, terrorist activities, illegal gambling, cyber crimes, stealing or theft and abusing of drugs. These are heavy crimes with maximum punishment under the Singapore law. On site, do abide and comply with the safety rules and regulations. Maintain good housekeeping within your work area at all times. Safe use of ladder. Apply the buddy system when using the ladder. Do not stand at the top of the ladder. You may lost your balance and fall from height. Do not use the last 3 rungs of the ladder. You may use the platform ladder, with the condition locking its wheels. Do not use damaged or modified ladder. Using the ladder in an unsafe manner is totally prohibited on site. Gas cylinder safety. Any cylinders, oxygen and acetylene, should be placed upright and secured with a chain. Should never place it directly on the ground and to be placed on a rack or trolley. Safe use of hand tools. Do not use damaged and modified hand tools. Manual lifting. Ensure buddy system when you need to lift loads more than your body weight. Do not smoke anywhere on site or at the public areas. Use of mobile devices on site. Do not use your mobile devices in your work zone. Use it at a safe area away from any work zones. Incident and accident reporting. Report any incident or accident immediately to your person in charge. Do not wait and hesitate. Emergency evacuation. Upon hearing the alarm, stop all work activities. Switch off all machinery and equipment. Proceed to the assembly area and wait for further instructions. Walk fast in an orderly manner and do not run. Do not bring your personal belongings. Do not feed any wildlife. These animals may carry unknown viruses. Dangerous animals. If you spot any dangerous animals, inform the safety department. Pest controllers will be called to remove these animals away out from the site. Rest only at designated areas. Do not rest behind any machineries or vehicles. Is not a safe place for you to rest. Employment rights. Please report any unsafe acts or unsafe condition to the safety department. Say, no, if you are forced to do any dangerous works not following SWP. Know and understand your rights. In summary, safety is a teamwork. Safety is everybody's responsibility. Safely home without harm. Work safely for your family. That is the end of the online slides presentation. Hope this has been beneficial and meaningful to you. Kindly click on the link below for the test. The passing marks is 80%. Thank you.